Hi, I'm Nicholas Ovarov, and today I'm going to share with you some really nice exercises to give your eyes a good relief from strain and fatigue. But before we start, it's very important to mention that you're not allowed to do any of these exercises if you're experiencing at least one of the following conditions: retinal detachment or risk of detachment, you're 6 or fewer months after an eye surgery, glaucoma, especially advanced, severe myopia, plus minus 6 and greater, or 20 by 600 and greater, post-stroke, epilepsy, or neurological diseases, severe eye infections or inflammation, and if you're going through serious stress. If you have none of those, then feel free to do these exercises, but remember that you are the one who's fully accountable for what you're doing. Also, it's important to note that there is a lot of false information online, and others suggest doing not just useless things, but things that are harmful and dangerous for your vision. I've helped many people restore their eyesight to that pure natural sharpness, and my methodology have stood the test of time. That's why it's crucial for you to strictly follow my guidelines and not to improvise. So let's start. Remember to keep your eyes closed during the whole practice, unless it's an emergency. And if it's the case, then slowly open your eyes and get used to the lighting around you. Otherwise, you might get the light shock, which could be harmful for your eyes. So the first thing that we will start with is the squint stretching. So you close your eyes and squint them, and then you try to stretch by opening your eyes as wide as you can, but keeping your eyelids closed, like this. You will feel some tension here and a little bit of tension here. And you do it slowly, 3 to 4 times, no more. That's enough. The next exercise, we will be doing the vertical bar. So we'll be looking at the top, then at the bottom. And pay attention to how I do it. I'll be doing that with my eyes open, and yours should be closed. So we slowly raise our eyes to the top, and then kind of pushing a little bit through the limit, just a little bit. So you feel a little bit of pain, but not too much. Because if you feel too much pain, that's harmful. Don't do it. So you need to adjust your pressure accordingly. Then you kind of push like 1, 2, 3. Then you slowly move your eyes down and kind of push through the bottom line, the bottom limit. That's one. Then you slowly raise your pupils up, then down, and repeat it 4 times. Up and down, up and down, up and down, and up and down. Once you've done that, we will do the horizontal bar with following exactly the same principle. We will look to the left and try to push beyond the boundaries, like a little bit beyond, so you feel some tension here. And then we move our pupils to the right slowly and push a little bit through. And we do it 4 times, as we did with the vertical bar. Once you've done that, you can do a couple of squint stretching again, like a few times slowly. And then let your eyes relax for maybe 5 to 15 seconds. Now let's do the humongous rectangular. So imagine that there is a huge, like the size of a planet, humongous rectangular, which center is at your nose. And now, without moving your head, you will be trying to look at the farthest corner of that rectangular. So what we're going to do is we're going to move our pupils to the top right first, and we will be trying to push it through beyond your skull, like slowly. And you need to do it in such way so you don't feel too much pain, that there is some pain. And if you feel tension that will be going that direction whilst you're looking towards that side, that's a good sign. That means you're doing it correctly, but don't do it too much because it's gonna be harmful. So you're stretching towards this corner, then moving down and looking to the bottom right beyond your skull, kind of through the bones, even through the back. You're trying to move your eyeballs, like stretching all the muscles. Then we move slowly to the bottom left, and then slowly, like I did it fast, slowly to the top left, like this. And then we return to the top right and finish the second circle. Once you've done that, if you feel some tension, let your eyes relax for a couple of seconds. If you feel fine, then feel free to do it the opposite way, so the counterclockwise 2 times. After that, do that squint stretching again, like stretch. And stretch like as if it's a yoga, like you really stretch. It's not like that. So all the movements should be very slow and careful. Once you've done that, we should do the most challenging part. And it's the huge circumference. So imagine there is a humongous circumference which center is at your nose and the size of it is like the size of the planet. And it has a dial. So it's from 12 to 12. We will raise our pupils to the top at the 12 o'clock mark, and each second we will be passing each hour mark. So in 12 seconds we will do the full circle. And what's very important is to adjust the amount of force you're pushing through at each hour mark so that you don't feel too much pain and you still feel some pain, which is a good sign. So we start at 12, and let's pretend I feel kind of a little bit of pain, so I can push a little bit more than 1. And at 2, I feel like it's too much pain, so I'm pushing a little less than 3. 4 feels really natural. I don't feel pain at all, so I can push really hard. 5, a little bit more pain. 6 is too painful, so I'm just pushing a little bit. 7, a little bit. 8 more. 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then I repeat the full circle once again. Once you're finished, feel free to relax for another 10 seconds and do 2 circles counterclockwise. Once you've finished, you can let your eyes relax for a couple of minutes. That's very important. If you feel like you need to do some stretching, do it, but 2 to 4 times that squint stretching really slowly. You can't do it like this. This is not good. You should do it like very slow. This is a key to the proper mm, execution of the exercises. Once you're done, let your eyes sit closed for 2 to 3 minutes. And when you will be ready to open them, you will feel some relaxation around your eyes. Also, by the way, you can cover with your palms these parts so you're not touching your eyelids, and you kind of vibrating, massaging, but I would say vibrating these parts, the eyebrows, and these parts where the bones are, like this, just to add some more relaxation. And when you're ready to open your eyes, open them slowly like that and start looking around. And like you see some lighting, and you try to look in the farthest distance possible. Just look around yourself, get used to the lighting. You can blink. And if you're in the office or in any closed space, you should, like, the best way is to go to the window and look at the farthest distance possible. If you're in a closed environment, like for example a subway car, then try to find the farthest point possible and look at that distance for another couple of minutes so your eyes get used to the distance. Do not focus at any objects that are close to you, and obviously gadgets. And that's it. You've done your practice, and now your eyes feel more relaxed and they should start seeing sharper. Feel free to use this exercises 2 to 3 times a day. But if you need to use them more than that, that means you're working too much and you need to give your eyes a break. Otherwise, you will start losing vision. I hope you found this video helpful and your eyes are feeling better now. And I would love to hear about your results and the feedback in the comments below. And also, please share this video with someone who you think might benefit from its message, because this is a little big thing that you could do to help this channel grow and make the life better.